Hello guys, how are you all? This is Prashant. I welcome you all in today's topic. I hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to start a new topic, order by query and group functions. Order by query. In this query, we will understand what is the ascending order, what is the descending order. According to that, we will use this order by. We are going to arrange the data in ascending and descending order. In group functions, we are going to see. We will work on the few group of the values, as like if you want to calculate the average, that time we will use avg. If you want to count the few numbers or the number of columns, that time we will use the count. If you from a group of value, if you want to get the maximum value, that time we will use max. If you want to calculate minimum number from a group of value, that time we'll use min. And if you want to get the group sum of the group of numbers, then that time we'll use sum. So watch the video till end, and I hope you will enjoy this. You will get some valuable knowledge from this. So I will show you the both the things. I will show you the ppt. I will show you the terminal practical portion also. So remain with me, watch the video till end. Okay, so here we are going to begin. So let's see here. First of all, this is the original table which you can see here. This is the original table. Yesterday I prepared this table, and select asterisk from employee, and this is the value, and it has certain values: employee number, employee name, job, grade, hire date, salary, and the commission. These many columns it have, and it have 10 values, and these are the details here. So in order by query, first table I am going to use. This table I am going to use, and this table contain these many values. Okay, I think this is clear. So first of all, we are going to use the ascending order. So let's see how we'll use the ascending order. So make it sure you have to write down a query, select asterisk from employee, order by. Now you have to give the concentration here, order by salary. Order by salary. I'm going to change the color of my pencil so that you can. Okay. So you can see here, this is salary. The salary, on which particular column you put, you have to put the order. That will be there at the last after the order by clause. So we make it sure we can put the order in the employee number. We can put the order in the employee name. We can put the order in the hiring date. We can put the order in the salary. So these many columns are there where you can put the order by clause. Okay, because the rest of the values, if you can put in this also according to the, but it is going to be repeated value, because analyst 2, clerk are 2, so like that. Okay, so one thing is also there. If you are going to put like this, you can see I didn't wrote here ASC, ascending order. It is by default, it will understand that you want to do the ascending order. So you can see the ascending order. Okay. Now second, we have the descending order. After this, you can see here, after this you have to put a DESC, descending. Make it sure, my dear students, many of you will make the confusion in that, because some of you will write down the descending spelling is DECS. So make it sure that it is DESC. So don't be confused in that. This is the descending order. You can see the salary in the descending order. Previously you can see 3500. Now it is 10,000. Is this clear to all of you? I hope so. Okay. Now if you want the ascending, so you can write down the ASC. If you don't want, then it will work as it is. Descending you have to mention. Okay. Now multiple columns to apply the ascending and the descending order. So here you can see I want to put the ascending order in the salary, but descending order in the hire date. So here you can see ascending order. This is the descending order, 2005, 2002, and so on. Here you can see the salary 3,500, 4,500. It is the ascending order. One thing is here, you can see here 2300 and 8800. Yes is changing the values. Why? Because it has to fulfill the conditions. Both the condition it has to fulfill it, because salary is according to the ascending order, but hire date is descending order. So it has to fulfill this condition also. So that's why it is coming here only, because this value is in ascending order and this value is in descending order. So it will impact on this. So make it sure that you have to understand this thing. Okay. I think these things are clear. You can it is the vice versa. Here you can see descending and it is in ascending order. I think things are clear here. So here, just now I am going to use where clause plus between clause plus order by. So here we are going to use this one. You first of all read the query, then you have to go for the result. Select ename job salary from employee where salary between, you can see where clause I am using, where salary between 4,000 to 8,000, order by ename descending order. Here you are going to put the order by descending order. So you can see S S K K J A A. So and the values should be between 8,000 4,000 to 8,000. So here you can see 4,000 to 8,000, because after that 8,000 you have the value 8800. So I think things are clear here. Now, okay, this thing I will show you with the help of practical, because I forget to put the PPT there. So here we are going to start with the help of practical. So let's continue. I am moving my onto my terminal. This is the original table. That queries you can write down and you can move to the particular portion. Okay, you can use that one. Here we are going to start the aggregation functions or a group function. So first of all we are going to use the average. So for that what you have to do, you have to write down a query, select AVG, and here you have to give the in which column you want to calculate, you want to put the average function. So let's suppose salary, I can put only in salary, and this column name should be, when it will show you the output, that column name should be the average salary. Okay, from table employee, EMPL. Okay, so here you can see this is the average salary. So it is calculating all the sum and divided by 10. Okay, so it is getting this much. So now if I am going to put the distinct keyword, yeah, I think I told you about the distinct keyword, means it is not going to repeat the value. Once it will use a single value. Okay, it will use the value in a once. As you can see here, 4500, 4500, 45, it is 3 to 4 times. Okay, so it is going to use only to one time. Distinct keyword I am going to use. So I am not going to write on the query again. I am using the control key to rewrite the query. So I am going to write down distinct keyword. So here you can see distinct. Now it is going to be distinct keyword I am going to use. So as soon as I will press enter, you can see the changes in the salary. Okay, you can do it manually to make sure that you can understand this thing. Okay, after that we have the count. Now you can see count. Just now we have to count the values, as like if you want to count the total number of rows or total number of columns or total number of persons or total number of values. So that time we use the count function. Okay, so here I am going to use the select count. Okay, and what you have to count, if you want to count all the details, that all the tuples, all the rows, that time what you have to do, you have to put a single asterisk here, and that column output should be, as you can see output, average salary is here. So you are getting the average salary. Okay, if I am going to put here whatever I am going to put after this in the inverted quotes, you will get as the output. So here I am going to write down total rows. Okay, total tuples, total rows. You can write down anything else from table name. Okay, now press enter. 10 values. Here you can see 1 to 10 tuples are here. This thing is clear to you. Okay, if you want to calculate how many employees are with the grade E1, so I am going to put a query for that. So I am going to make a change in this only. What I have to calculate? ename. Okay, ename. I am going to use here grade E1 employee. Actually, this thing will be helpful to you when your boss or when your anyone is going to ask, I need the details of this many employees. That time it will be helpful for you. Okay, employee where clause I am going to use, where grade equals to E1. Okay, so now you can press the enter. Only 2 employees are there who is having the grade E1. So you can see here Even grade, even grade. No one having the even grade. Only Yes and Smith have the even grade. So things are clear here. Okay, things are clear. Now we are going to use the maximum, max and the min. Okay, max when you want to get the maximum value and the minimum value from a particular column. So what you have to do? Select asterisk. Sorry. Select max value. Select max value, and max value from which column you want to get? Salary. Okay, salary, and you want the output as max salary, maximum salary or max salary, whatever you want to add from EMPL table. You can press enter. 10,000. Yeah, president is having the value. Amir, president is having the value 10,000. So it is the maximum value. So now we have the minimum value. It is 3,500. So let's see min. I'm going to use a min. Simply min I'm going to put here. Min 3,500. I think this is also clear to you. Okay, so now the similar way you can get the sum of the total amount, and if your boss want to know how much money I am paying to my employees, so what you want to do? Sum of salary. Okay, and you have to put in the place of min, what you have to do? You have to put a sum function, sum name. Okay, so now it will calculate the sum of all the values which is in the salary column. Okay, now you can press enter. 60,700. Your boss is paying 60,700 to their employees. Is this clear to all of you? Okay, so I think things are clear to you. I hope you will like the video. Thank you and have a nice day. We will come with the new videos and new sessions next time. Thank you. Bye.